Good morning, children. So let's start with the exercises of lesson number 8, weather and climate. But try to do it by your own first so that you can find out that really you understood the lesson or not. Then only find out the answers, okay? See the first fill up. The dash is the primary source of energy that causes changes in the weather. Which is that? Sun. Because the sun rays are going to affect the weather, no? The sun is the primary source of energy that causes changes in the weather. Second, dash is the average weather pattern. When it is going to come average weather pattern, that is climate. Climate is the average weather pattern taken over a long period of time, say 25 to 30 years. The places near the dash are warmer than the places which are far from it, that is equator. The places near the equator are warmer because equator is getting it receives the straight sunlight. The rays are straight. Mountains are always cooler than plains. The dash breeze cools the coastal areas in summer and warms them in winter, that is sea. The earth is divided into 3 temperature zones. The torrid zone is also known as the equatorial or tropical zone. These are the other names. If you remember while reading, I told you to highlight. The frigid zones are also called the polar zone. So the other name for frigid zone is polar zones. Keep in mind the polar bears are there. So from there you can remember polar zones. Matchups we have, weather is given over there. Weather changes very often. So number 1, E part. Climate, it is more or less permanent. So this is C part. Temperate, the other name for temperate is mild. Frigid zone, 4th one is this one, covered with snow and ice throughout the year. Number 5, solar eclipse. If you remember, I told you solar eclipse. Yes, moon comes between. So moon passes in front of the sun. So this is actually the moon comes in between earth and sun. So you can write moon passes in front of sun. So this is B part. Lunar eclipse. For lunar eclipse number 6, earth gets in the way of sun's light hitting the moon. So here earth gets in the way, there moon passes in front of the sun. So beta, the sequence is 3, 5, 2, 6, 1, 4. You can pause the video here and you can do it, and then later on you can play it. Okay, then we have the question answers. So let's start doing the question answers in the notebook. I already told you before the question answers, you have to draw this diagram. Keep in mind, before writing the question answers, please draw this diagram, and then on the next page you can write down the question answers neatly, and you can use some of the color pens to underline few things. See, on the next page you write lesson number 8, weather and climate. Exercise 3 is their question answers. So the very first question is define weather and climate. So this way we are going to write the definition. Weather, the day-to-day condition of the atmosphere at a place, is called weather. Climate is the average weather pattern taken over a long period of time, is called climate. The average weather pattern taken over a long period of time is called climate. Now we have to write the difference between weather and climate. So this is the best way to do it. You can also use the sketch pen to draw. You have to divide this line and you have to write weather and climate this way. So the first point is weather is the day-to-day condition of the atmosphere at a place, and climate, it is the average weather pattern over a long period of time. So you can pause your video and you can write down the answers. Okay, second is it changes very often. Weather changes very often. If it is rain, it's going to change, but the climate, it is more or less permanent. Number 3, it experienced over small areas of the country. Weather and climate, it is experienced over large area of the continent. Third question is, I hope this is clear to you. You can pause the video and you can write down the question answers. What are the factors that affect the climate of a place? So we are going to simply write the factors which affect. So let's write. The factors are C, latitude, altitude, distance from the sea. Number 4 is winds. Number 5, ocean currents, temperature and rainfall. So these are the various factors which affect the climate of a place. Which are these? Latitude,